And right now, I'm still fighting as we speak. Like, like I always get the feeling of getting on one, especially like coming to work, because that was my connection, working and getting high. So every
So
time I come to work, I feel like I'm fighting that shit. But it's been a beautiful struggle.
yeah.
Like even though
So your excuse was to like, okay, if I'm working, I'm tired. I feel tired. Let me, you know.
not even being tired, my excuse was I'm gonna go to work. Boom, rayo.
Yeah.
I need to get shit done. Boom, rayo. And then eventually, it's like any other thing, any other bad thing, you start pushing what matters to the back of your mind, and everything that doesn't matter comes to you start doing all dumb shit, and but then you start once you fight. If you fight your addiction, there comes a point of clarity where you feel like a little more on the brighter side. I don't know if that happened to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you hit this point where it's like you're tired, you want to get high and this and that, but at the same time you're kind of seeing the light. So you oh, a
Quieren
customer.
comer
Yeah.
carnitas.
Disculpen, but I'm getting better and I'll get back.
Let them know yeah, the schedule of the restaurant.
Yeah, Thursday. Right now we're operating. Actually, let's talk about that too. The reason why we open Thursday through Sunday is because right now I'm getting better myself. Um, with
Mentally
this
and physically.
mentally and physically, I want to be able to really split that thought of having to be at work, and it's a fight that that I'm and I'm winning right now.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. That shit ain't
I
gonna
don't want to say you
that shit ain't gonna bring
winning.
me down, dog. I promise you that. So I'm in the clear where we're gonna start opening at least from Wednesday back to Sunday, which was the original hours. But right now we're Thursday through Sunday, 10:30 in the morning till we sell out, or 5 p.m. at Monterey Park location. And my mom, they also do. My mom's, they open 10:30 Monday through Friday, and weekends 8 in the morning to 5.
Yep.
So any location you go to is all the
It's
same thing,
fire. It's
all the
fire.
same product. Shout out to Danny, shout out to Beto, the whole crew over there, Giselle, Vivian, Fat Boy, my dear Jerry, Gallo. Everybody over there is putting it down for Carnitas El Momo and Boyle Heights and
Putting in work.
putting in work. At the same time, I'm happy that my dad set the blueprint, and everybody started putting out the work. So I think my Hefi and my pops deserve a big ass shout out right now. Otherwise, we wouldn't be, or at least I wouldn't be able to be here, talking my bullshit. But shout out to everybody that puts in work. Shout out to you, my boy.
And
Um,
then I heard you're putting up a lonchera
yeah, so
on a new location.
we're gonna, new location. We're gonna be adding hours from midnight. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to catch that nightlife. I feel like we miss out on a lot of the people que sale, they go out to the movies, to a bar or whatever, and they want to eat tacos, way, and we're not around for those hours.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need to be around at least six
You
hours.
gotta stop being selfish,
Friday.
dog. You gotta give them what they want.
Well, yeah. The other thing too is like the homie right here. You want to be exclusive. Like you don't want to be too accessible.
Yeah, because then.
It kills the exclusivity of your product. So I feel like
So we're gonna be open one day out of the week.
we're gonna and we're not even just one day. We're gonna put out a drop date, fool. 2 hours open. There you go. But what I'm thinking, and I wanted to tell you here on the podcast. What do you think of setting up like a monthly venue? Like if we went to the city of Monterey Park and we asked for permits to close the streets, we fucking invite some vendors, different kinds of food too. Not just uh, have like an option, like a Monterey Park or whatever they want to call it, East Los Night Market, whatever.
Yeah.
But have like a night market here, close down the street. Have this street right here, have vendors, food trucks.
I mean,
Will
'cause
be
they
open.
can always go around. from that one to get to,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. That's accessible right there too.
Yeah,
These are projects that I always thought of,
yeah.
but I couldn't do it because I wasn't in the right mind. But now that I'm
State
clear
of
minded,
mind.
yeah, right state of mind. Now that I'm clear minded right now, a lot of things that I thought about, uh, you know, that would come up to mind to being like the community needs a lot of this stuff, bro. You know,
Yeah,
some good nightlife with some good food. So I have a few projects that I want to talk to you guys about too.
yeah.
You know,
You wanna, and as you go along, we can probably bring it up on the podcast and
yeah,
let everybody know.
yeah, for sure, dog.
Yeah.
But what's the word, Mockingbird?
I don't know. What's up? What do you want to talk about now?
How are you gonna get dressed up for the 15 way?
Pues estaba pensando ponerme mis pinches botas de ñonga.
Con la cabeza enfrente.
No, I don't know.
Now that we're thinking about
I'm
it,
kind of like a last minute type of guy, you know?
yeah, me
Just-
too. But now that we think about it, I'm gonna dress up fucking. Remember those? I don't know what the cardigan? No, not cardigans.
The Wranglers shirts.
Remember those the old school pachuco, but they were like button ups from like 3 buttons.
Yeah.
Y tenían 2 stripes right here.
Yeah.
What are those called?
I know which ones, but I don't know what they're called.
They're fire, huh? I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna rock that. Fool.
Yeah.
But I have to find it though.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you where you gonna find that shit.
With some fucking
You gonna
chuco
jump in a-
shoes.
You gonna buy it? You gonna jump in a time machine and go?
Oh, time to go.
You wanna answer that?
Nah.
Well, we could
can.
cut to a commercial break and then
Nah, I
we'll
mean,
come back if you want. I don't know.
nah. Let's.
You're good.
Unless you're hungry,
Well,
we'll go get a burger right now, First Street.
yeah.
No,
Órale, pues.
because my girl actually, and shout out to First Street Burgers. Have you ate First Street Burgers? Hey, they've upped their game recently.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't know if you've gone recently, but man, fool, their burgers are on point right now. Fresh tomato,
Probably got a
fresh
new
everything.
chef or something.
I think so, because for a minute, and I will still go there. Like the fries were soggy. I mean, the buns were like, but they were still bomb, you know. But now everything's crisp, bro. The bread, the fries, fire. Shout out to First Street Burgers, man. Any shout outs you want to give to?
Well, me?
Yeah.
I want to shout out to all my 7 baby mamas. I want to thank you guys for never putting me on child support.
This fool ain't lying either. Nah, I'm just
Nah.
fucking with you, Mario.
Nah, just I guess my son probably watching
Yeah, I
this.
think your son is a big factor in your.
Yeah,
in your
he's
life.
pretty much a friend.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't have my dad when I was an adult or at a young age.
How was that, bro? Like, how did you? I don't think I've ever asked you this, but like, how was it tough for you?
At the beginning, I was pissed, and I
How old
would tell
were you?
I would tell my mom like,
How old
I
were
don't
you
wanna
when he
run into
bounced?
him. I was like 12, like turning 13, I think.
I remember, because I remember him, like, from one day to another, just like
Yeah.
not seeing him around. I never asked, but just
At the
know?
beginning, I was pissed, because my brother will run into him in the bus or some shit, and then my sister will see him here and there, and I was kind of like I was the youngest one, so I was kind of like chiqueado, you know what I mean, by him.
Pues te decían, ¿qué te decían? El lucero de la mañana.
Yeah, de las 3 de la mañana.
Oh yeah.
And so when because he was supposed to pick me up on a summer,
Oh,
during
okay.
summer, to go to his crib and stay with them, after him and my mom broke up. And I was excited for the summer. Summer got there, and then I never heard from him again.
Yeah, that's.
I would hear people telling me, "Oh, I seen your dad. He lives here, he lives there." But if he didn't want to look for me, then what makes you think that I want to look for him at the time?
Yeah.
And then I didn't really understand grown-up issues, because
Yeah.
I was a kid. But now I'm a grown-up, and I kind of closed the chapter. I kind of forgave him, and I actually understood where he was coming from and the reason. And I know the reason why he stopped coming.
Yeah.
That's something that maybe I could speak on maybe later or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Whenever you're
Get the
ready.
green light from my mom.
Whenever you're ready, you know.
Nah,
Everybody has issues, dog.
and so as a grown up, as a father, I kind of understood everything, and everything made sense, and I kind of forgave him. Like a lot of people tell me, like, because they told me your dad's dying. I think you should go see him in the hospital, give him, the goodbyes, the farewells, But I chose not to, And people would tell me like, damn, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. Until this day, I don't regret it. You know, I was okay with my decision, and I don't regret not seeing him. Maybe I regret it for the only thing I regret probably is just like all that time that I was bitter.
That's what I was gonna say. I think maybe what you feel is, damn. Instead of feeling that way, we could have been chilling.
Yeah. If I could have just just done like step one, and instead of waiting for him to look for me being the bigger person. I mean, I was a kid, but I was growing up as well.
And that's
because even your dad used to tell me, your dad and your mom used to tell me, oh, your dad said he's looking for you, and I remember telling your mom, well, if you see him, tell him that if he's looking for us, we still live in the same house that that he
that's
lived
crazy.
in. So
I
he's
think
not looking.
I think you told me something about that, and but you had a solid point. But I
But
feel like that struggle, bro, has made you the one of the greatest fathers that I know, that I have in my circle.
yeah, and I tell my son too that sometimes like he gets mad and shit, but I tell him, hey man, I didn't have a role model to teach me how to be a father to an adult already, because you're an adult. I tell him, so I'm learning and I'm growing with you. So
Yeah.
we're in this together. Be patient, you know, um, and the communication between me and him is
That's
really
solid,
really
bro,
good,
because either like in your situation, either you learn to forgive and you move on how you did,
Yeah,
or a lot of people like that regret of what could have, should have, would have. It takes them down, and it takes them down bad. So I think you made the right decision. I mean, I know you, bro. I don't think you meant like any hatred against your dad. It's just you didn't look for me, so like why,
yeah,
So, and we know that as a father, I know that if things ever happen between me and my wife, I'm gonna look for my kids.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's not their. I
I
mean,
know you are too.
yeah, it's not their fault.
That's what I mean. Like, I
Whatever
understand.
you and your significant other, your wife, whatever partner or whatever it is, are having issues. I
And
know it's gonna affect the kids regardless. You know, but if you guys if a married couple or a couple that are together and they decide to split up and there's kids in between, I think that should be priority number one already.
yeah, and that's a good message you're
Yeah.
giving right now, because um, I know a lot of. Well, I don't know. I know my situation. Um, every time we had an issue or whatever, we always had. We made sure that the kids were not involved in anything, and that we were there for them. Whatever they needed, and I think that message for everybody that's struggling with that right now, of like, if you're going through a divorce or through a separation issue, I don't think the kids should be dragged along the.
Oh, and there's a lot of like men and like women. I'm not picking any side, but sometimes they use them as collateral or like to fuck the other person up.
Definitely.
Like, I'm not gonna let you see the kids.
Definitely,
Whoever
bro.
keeps them. For the
Definitely.
most part, is women. Because and it's a good choice to for the system or whatever they want to call it, to for the kids to be with their mother. But we shouldn't use our kids to mess with either their father or vice versa, their mother.
Yeah.
And there's people that really like, okay, well, you made a choice not
hold
to
them
be with
against
me.
you.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna let you see the kids, and then I'm gonna put you on child support.
Yeah.
You
So I
know?
think the message that of if God forbid anybody going through that situation, and if you are, I pray for you. Because those situations are tough. Everybody wants to be happy, um, but at the end of the day, as long as you take care of yourself and you're living in good health and you're living in peace, man, I hope everybody out there is going through that type of stuff. Just drop it, drop it, drop it, and just live happy.
Yeah.
But and how did you manage to like? Fuck, I don't know how to say it. You're a man of aversion. What is it? A provider, like a support.
The our role as men.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's gonna be a provider.
And how did you learn that, fool? Like, how? Because I know you tell me a lot.
I always seen my mom. I also like we even on Father's Day we used to tell my mom, "Hey, Happy Father's Day," you know,
Yeah.
because my mom at the end of the day,
Both
you know,
sides.
yeah, she was playing both sides. She was playing the mother and the father for after my dad left. Um, I think for her she was ready to, split ways.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I see my mom suffering because my dad left. It's
Nah,
kind of like
Coco's tough, man.
no, but it was kind of like a mutual thing. Like, okay, like we're not seeing eye to eye anymore. You go your way, I go my way. The kids are right here. You can come see them whenever you want. It wasn't there's
Oh,
nasty
yeah,
divorces
yeah.
or there's nasty split
Yeah.
ups. Nah, my dad just, they talked about it. My dad got his stuff and booked it. And so it wasn't bad. So I can't complain about that. I can't say, oh, I went through. I see my mom fucking suffering because of my dad leaving or stuff like that. Nah, my mom just said, okay, now I pretty much got to provide for my kids. And we started working at a really young age.
Yeah, I remember that.
I started working at 15, and we started. All three of us started paying rent. We used to give my mom 350 bucks
Of rent.
of rent each, fool.
Oh shit.
And the rent was only 550 or 525 at the time.
She maybe back then we would probably look at it like, what the fuck? But she got you ready, dog.
No, yeah, but then we all like my brother and my sister, we all got together. We're like, you know what? The rent is 525. We're giving her over like $975 put together. I was like, that's too much money, Like, I mean, the minimum wage at the time was
$750.
No, 525.
Damn.
Every 2 weeks, a check of $375 or something used to be good money.
Damn.
When I started working. So we ended up saying, hey, telling my mom, instead of $350, we're gonna give you $250, and that pretty much includes bills and everything.
That's $750.
She didn't like it, but hey, better than nothing.
Yeah, Coco straight up, man. But at the end, she was still setting you up for success.
Yeah, because of that, when I decided to shake the spot to get my own place, I think I was 16. I moved in with my cousin. It was me and him only living together, But it wasn't something that I wasn't used to. I was already paying rent at home, so I was just giving my share to my cousin,
Yeah.
which is half the rent, half the light bill, half the water bill, half the gas bill. Put it all together, give him. To me, it was like another day.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, fuck, I'm not used to fucking.
Yeah, you had already been paying rent, so you knew what it cost you to work for that month's rent, and so on and so forth.
I remember sometimes we used to have just enough money left, me and my cousin, to buy. One time we were fucking broke, and we wanted to get faded.
Damn.
We only had like $550 or something between the both of us, but we had a lot of weed though, So we wanted to get fucked up, and all we were able to afford was a 6-pack of Colt 45s.
That's still
that was pretty strong beer at the
Hell
time,
yeah.
So we got all fucking high. drank those Colt 45s and called it a night. You know.
Those are probably some of the best nights, bro.
Yeah.
When 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 it's your hard-earned money,
Yeah.
and if it's the last of it, then you fucking enjoy it, you know,
Yeah.
and feel good about it. But yeah, I know you had a tough fucking upbringings, dog.
Yeah. I think the stories are, especially where we grew up in Boyle Heights, and surrounding areas as well, are very, they're very similar. A lot of us struggle. A lot of kids. I mean, you can just grab a young kid
Yeah,
and
that's true.
ask him like, "Hey, is it hard at home right now?" And he'll probably tell you, "Yeah." He'll
Oh
probably
yeah,
tell you that, sometimes he's probably wearing some beat up ass shoes.
I think you seen more of it back then. Um,
Yeah, right now they get those stimulus checks.
yeah, that and then I think our generation
Yeah.
and the new ones, they're starting to get it. You know, I mean, back in the day, era un pinche cintarazo, o una pinche patada en la nalga, güey, or something, you know. And I don't see that no more. I mean, because también los moros también, they're like, I'm gonna call the cops, and I know of situations where these youngsters right now, you try to correct them some type of way, and right away they flip on you. And but I feel like it was a different generation.
Well, of course it's different, bro.
Like back then, and I'm just like, "What's up,
Antes,
dog?" Like
and even before us, they were able to hit
even
you
more.
they were able to hit you at school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the rulers, the teachers, and the
Yeah.
rulers. So I feel like.
Now they're all straight hyenas.
How old are you, bro? 30. So what year were you born? 94.
Well,
90s kid still.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
then-
Now you can't touch them. You can't. I mean, not that I beat the shit out of my kid.
You don't know
either.
Dro? No. Man, that fool knows a lot of people. What's up, Dro? Lagging in. You know,
I don't know.
the new generation. Now speaking of the new generation,
But that was old too.
he's 90, I think. He's like 34.
Well,
Oh,
he's older than him.
yeah, he's older than him. But we were talking about right now. We have a lot of young guys in that I want to sit in our. So, if you're listening, and you know this message just goes to you, I think we're on the verge of setting up a good team, bro.
Yeah, I think we're gonna add a couple, maybe one or two more members, and then we're gonna have people that are part of the team that are probably behind the scenes that are gonna be in and out from the show.
Yeah,
They're
that's
probably gonna be the third person sometimes, or the fourth, or maybe they're not gonna come out during a certain episode.
that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about too. Like the other day, I was talking with one of my boys, and I always heard that it's important to have good people in your circle, and that's fucking true.
Yeah.
That's like I would always hear it growing up. I always heard have good people in your circle, and it's very true. And I feel like right now at the restaurant, we have a good squad, bro. We have a good squad that we can grow with, especially with these youngsters, man. I'm actually excited.
Yeah, we're gonna bring some eye candy for the young crowd.
For the young crowd.
For the young.
Some fucking, como HQ, como
GQs.
GQs, pinches moros. But yeah, bro, I see a lot of potential in this.
It's always good to have to get their opinion as well, because
Yeah.
we can sit up here and talk about the youth, but now we need to listen to it too.
Yeah.
To get
What
them
are
out
they?
here, see what they're thinking.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. So, what you want to end it or what?
However you want.
Yeah, I think we should end it. We should take a break, if anything,
All right.
and then
Want to go get some fuel?
yeah, and then maybe we can probably come back and
I mean, it's up to you. If we'll go get some food. Let's go get some food to First Street.
let's go.
And then if you want to keep recording, I know that they're going to be here at 7 to do the chamelan dance.
Oh, okay.
But once again, shout out to the homie. Thank you for the hats, bro. I appreciate that. Hopefully you could get that anti fucking the shirt that I told you, chaka as fuck. But shout out to the homie for coming through.
Andres from Los Chacas, LA.
Yeah, Andres from
Check
Los
out the
Chacas.
merch. Follow him on Instagram.
Yes, sir. You see it. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Show it over here. Boom. Ah.
With this one, I'm gonna probably hit like I'm gonna break 80. I suck, bro. I suck. I've been playing también during COVID time, and it was a good hobby that I picked up. I used to play up to 4 times a week, bro. But then, that shit does get expensive. Way that shit is a fucking expensive hobby. But
What hobby is this?
golf.
Oh.
It's because he was saying that he made the shirt to be out in the golf course.
Oh, okay.
So I'm telling him that once I wear this one, I'm gonna break 80.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we could.
Yeah, just in case we don't come back, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. These episodes are only gonna get better. Right now we're just cruise mode. We're trying to. I mean, at least in I'm trying to get used to the camera.
Yeah.
We're gonna be on here speaking about whatever is going on through the day. People we meet through the day. I mean, today I think it was a solid conversation. We talked about family. We talked about what's going on. I mean, we're still gonna get more in depth with this. This is just the beginning. I swear to God, we got a lot of content coming. We're gonna film during the week. We're gonna hit mom and pop shops. We're gonna go eat at these, fine dining from 5 stars to 1 star. That we got a lot of stuff on deck. That I'm excited to fucking do this shit, bro.
El gobierno es muy inteligente.
Episode número 2.
Yo
Número 2, another
al frente.
éxito.
Y atrás de mí se ve un manchón de gente.